Hey, what's going on? You're watching the AU Review with Percy Daggs III.
Michael Muhney.
And Jason Dohring.
There we go.
So the movie's still fresh in everyone's minds. It's come out in March. How are you feeling now that everyone's had time to digest it?
It's rad, dude. I think we're more famous here than in the States. Like for sure. Like when we go around, like people are stopping and asking for your phone numbers and stuff like that.
They're asking for your phone number.
No, well, you know what I'm saying. But it's cool, man. I think per capita, like, there's definitely a huge fan base here in Australia. Then we go back to the States and we're like, man, nobody knows us.
And it's kind of a great reveal of people who, enjoyed Veronica Mars, because we'll be out and we'll be having these great conversations with nice people in Australia, and then when they find out why we're here, there's their eyes get bright and they kind of pop up, and the response is different than in the States. In the States, it's kind of like, oh, Veronica Mars, yeah, you were part of that Kickstarter thing, right? But here it's like, oh, you're Veronica Mars, so it's been kind of great.
We're exotic creatures to these Australian species.
Yeah.
So they look at us and
Well,
go
we were talking,
poke at you?
we went out to breakfast like yesterday or 2 days ago, and we were talking to the waiter for a half an hour. Bill's awesome. And
So good.
and then we told him like who we were, and he's like, "Yeah, I just watched that movie. Oh my God, you're that guy!" Like we were just chatting with him for like a half hour before he finally realized it. It's cool.
Yeah,
It was great.
That's awesome. And how have the panels been going?
Good. I think the panels are the best. I mean, these guys are great. They field most of the hard questions, and I just
It's nice having
chip
Mike
in.
Muhney here for the Q&As, man, because he,
It's
nice
just one
having-
question. Somebody asks one question, and for an hour, Muhney just talks, and we just go like this.
It would be funnier if it weren't so close to being accurate. No, it's actually, the panels have been a lot of fun, and I agree with you, Percy. It's fun sort of having the the rapport that we have, and being able to sort of field questions back out to the audience as well. There's been an interaction rather than just we're answering questions. All right, time's up and we're out of here. It's been a lot of fun to have that interaction.
And I actually said that personally because I haven't seen Mike in a few years now. So last time I saw him and we did a panel, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. So, to have him out here and do it again has been great.
Yeah, and a lot of the fans like backed the movie. We see like a lot of shirts, from the backers that they donated, $35 and got a T-shirt and a copy of the movie. So it's cool. I think I've never seen so many of those shirts coming up, and it's like they're so proud that they, made this movie for us, and they did.
Sure. I mean, it's like a community. There's a community now.
Yeah.
It's not just fans that we're on one side and then the actors and whatnot on the other. Now it's like everyone's all connected.
And how do you guys view Kickstarter now and projects like that?
Dude, it's rad because it just takes it to the level of the people, man. It makes the people be able to finance whatever they want, you know what I mean? If there's any art project, it can be done, And I mean, especially with today, with the cameras and stuff like that, like you can make a movie for $100,000 if you can Kickstart it, you know what I mean? Or put any art project, and it makes the fan art interaction closes the gap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, Americans, as I know, Australian culture is the same. I think human nature is to root for underdogs, and Kickstarter has a lot of, it's a lot of opportunity for underdogs.
Yeah, my mother-in-law was like, it really brings the power back to the people, All right, Mom.
Did she say it exactly that way?
It was more so than how I described.
Historically, there aren't too many TV shows which have successfully translated to the big screen as well as Veronica Mars has. Why do you think, what elements about Veronica Mars have worked so well?
You're looking at him.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question.
I think good writing is accepted anywhere in any medium.
Yeah, and it was cool that we had our stories about characters. You know what I mean? We didn't have like explosions and stuff, and we had like a little car crash was like the biggest thing in our whole movie. But at that moment, it was just so well timed and stuff like that, and written well that the whole audience freaks out and stuff. It's really kind of cool because people get into the characters and the witty writing, and that's our thing.
Oops.
That's all right.
Breaking sets.
That's all right.
And what's it like already having that kind of development from the years of TV shows, and then when you start a movie, you don't have to start from the beginning. You just pick up from the TV show. What's that like, having the development already there?
That was great because we were able to just fall right into it too, having worked together for so long. We didn't have a lot of time prior to it being announced to shooting, and then we shot it very, very quick. So the fact that we actually did have the kind of cast that had great chemistry and had spent so much time together, I think getting into the material, working with it and getting it on screen was kind of easy for me.
And we had like the fans in the movie, you know what I mean? Like as part of the Kickstarter thing, they donated money so that they could be in the film. So like all the people, like usually, you get on a set and the assistant director is saying, come on guys, it's a party, be happy, you know what I mean? And all our fans were like, yeah. It was like, we're gonna win the Oscar for best background.
How did it feel for you, Jason? I believe Logan gets blamed for the murder.
Dude, what else is new? My character dealt with the most shit in the world, and like his mom dies, his dad dies, his his sister is not a sister. Like what else could possibly happen, And now he's convicted or charged with murder again, So yeah, that's the premise of the movie, and Veronica has to come help him, which is cool because they haven't been together in a while, so it brings them back together into that thing, man.
Bumped heads a little bit with Rob, our director, because I felt like, especially in the big fight scene, that all we had to do was just pop 2 buttons. If I would have just got my shirt ripped a little bit,
we wanted to keep our movie small.
Pectoral, I just felt like we would have hit 20 million.
Made the rest of
Guardians of the Galaxy,
right? And then Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2.
That would have been a different movie.
Veronica Mars Part 2 is there's definitely Shirtless Wallace coming. I want us to hit 20, 30 million, 100 million. I mean,
it would break the box office, man. I mean,
there would be no box office after that.
I've been privy to see this fine gentleman, and you guys don't know what the world has been denied.
He's not being facetious.
It was last night, wasn't it?
All right, next one.
I promise never to talk about that ever.
The meta type of continuation, Play It Again, Dick. I believe
Yeah,
it's
dude.
called.
Yeah.
It's coming out in like a week.
Yeah.
It's our web series that follows Ryan Hansen, and he's trying to convince the actors to come and play in his show as a private detective, but he winds up kind of ostracizing all of us because he's such a bad idea. And so somebody else winds up playing Logan other than me and stuff like that. It's really quite cute and funny and absurd.
Yeah, I think the fans are gonna love it. It's something so different from what they're used to, but yet it's their same, lovable characters. Well, not quite so lovable.
Yours is so good.
Yeah,
Yours is so amazing.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's humor on a different level for us. So I think it'll be.
I'm just gonna tease it. Just a couple earrings, maybe a little hairpiece on this guy.
An ill-fitting suit. We got some fun stuff coming, and it's Ryan. It's Dick Casablanca, so there's dancing.
There's a lot of
dancing. There's a lot of
Of course.
But, how does it feel playing that kind of strange, surreal role?
This is cool because I've never played myself, and you play like a heightened version of yourself, and I played like an absurd, narcissistic version of myself, hopefully, and it's kind of fun.
I was a little apprehensive at first because I was like, I don't want my fans to think that this is,
They're not
because mine is really a ridiculous version of myself.
Like,
this is
what
not,
if you really did?
You never know what people are going to think.
You never know.
I'm
and I
kind of
was
like a
careful
little on
about
his
that.
side. You never know,
Yeah,
man.
I don't want people to kind of, because I'm from Long Beach, but it's so over there. I was like, Rob, so this is not what you think of me, right? You just really writing something funny, right? But I had to commit and have a blast with it, and I did. And I think because of that, it'll come off as funny as I hope it will.
What's in the store for each of you guys in the future?
Well, Play It Again, Dick, right now, and then I shot a film called Restored Me, the film that Casper Smart, Giovanni Watson, Yancy Arias were in, and it should be coming out in October. Again, it's an opportunity for me to actually do a lot of comedy, which I'm kind of proud of. I'm looking forward to seeing what came of it. As far as film is concerned, that's the next thing coming for me.
Yeah, I got a couple of indie movies. I did a project for Hallmark where I get to play a single dad, so I'm kind of like stretching out into not the high school or college guy, even though I still look like I'm 12 years old. Michael?
Similar, did an indie movie that's gonna air on TV this Christmas. It's gonna be a Christmas movie. But, jumping into indies and other shows and pilots and things like that. It's what we do, man. We all here have how many kids between us all? I mean, we got a lot of kids to feed.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, 6. We have 6 kids between the three. I have 3. 1,
I got
2.
Percy the Fourth.
So whatever pays.
Yeah. Okay.